Next, we have the region that can be classified as Amori Gurma, Gurunsi, or Gur-speaking peoples. This region stretches from the northwestern portion of today's Ivory Coast, today's northern Ghana, most of Burkina Faso, and the northern portions of today's Togo and Benin. Their origins can be traced back to Lake Chad, and they make up hundreds and hundreds of different types of people groupings, like the Lobis, Senufo, and Kolango in Ivory Coast, people like the Dagomba, Mosi, Chamba, Kassina, and the Kabye, centered in Ghana, Togo, and Burkina Faso, and the Berba, who are mostly centered in today's Benin. They lived in mostly savanna environments. And that's probably why, aside from the Mosi, Dagomba, Nanomba, Kolango, Mamprusi, and Berba, everybody else was for the most part living in small-scale safeless societies that were very spread out. Most of their societies and communities were ran by a combination of family heads, who worked with the indigenous earth priests, a characteristic that was also common among the Fan, Naja, Ewe, and Yoruba people further down south. Religious beliefs were also very much animist, with centralized states embracing Islam and often mixing it with their previous animist beliefs. In terms of coastal ports, these peoples had little to no interaction and had to rely on middlemen and women further south for products circulating the global economy. So that would be the Akan, Nga Dangme of Ivory Coast and Ghana, and the Ewe, Fa, Naja, and Yoruba peoples who lived along the Togo, Benin, and southwestern Nigerian coastline. Many peoples in the south also had already established a relationship where they would go to slave markets established further north and purchase people for domestic work, labor purposes, concubinage and marriage, and simply sex slaves. Hence why many in the south probably have Gurunsi Gurma blood, and why Mama Chamba became a Voodoo spirit in Benin. Regardless, their societies weren't really affected by transatlantic slaving until the 1730s. During this time frame, the Akan state of Asante and the Fon kingdom of Dahomey was spreading. This spread meant a need for more arms and more people, the Asante themselves exacting a tribute of 1,000 people per year from their northern neighbors. These tributes and Atlantic slave trade demand would change the landscape and culture of those living there forever, resulting in depopulation, constant raiding, and a large enslaved population after the abolition of Atlantic slave trading. Their massive numbers along the coast led to them being called donkos, a derogatory term for foreign slaves, and they filled the castles of Anamabo Ghana, Cape Coast Ghana, the beaches of Togo, and of course Oueda Benin. And from there they were sent to places like Jamaica, Haiti, Louisiana, Guyana, St. Kitts, Anguilla, Trinidad, and other parts of the British Dutch and French colonies.